how do I rewind you? Because I want to see. Hi, everybody. So, welcome to the channel. If you're just joining us, I'm trying to play Equinox Homecoming. I thought I'd get thrown into a character creator because that's kind of the norm, so I went ahead and tried to start that. Turns out I'm getting thrown into a cutscene or something, and I want to see it. So, like in its entirety. So let's try this again. Is that better? Yeah. All good. All right. We are joined in this demo, potentially, by my husband, Damien Darkrose. Check out his channel at Damien Darkrose, because he's a way better streamer than I am. He's got 3 monitors and everything. Professional camera. What do you like? How about now? No? Maybe? Yes? A little bit?
Not really much of an improvement.
It's picking you up as much as it's picking me up. That's weird because I turned it all the way up. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Delay.
okay. When I click off the game on the stream or onto your stream, I hear you a lot better.
Oh, well, that's a you problem. If you hear me better when you're on the stream, though, that means you're probably like everybody else is going to be hearing me, right? We think. I don't know. Chat, is he right? Can you guys hear me? Can you not hear me if you're not playing the game?
Probably.
Yeah, I did a lot of cat eye because I grew up in the 90s. So I was born in the 80s and I was a child in the 80s, but I grew up in the 90s. So cat eye was all the rage. Oh, that's kind of crazy. The lighter you go, the darker your eyeliner gets, and the darker you go, the lighter your eyeliner gets. It's kind of funny. Although I didn't really wear eyeliner or even makeup very often because I was a tomgirl. But when I did, it was often very dramatic. Right. Hold on just a second. I need to take. Honey, can you grab my Vites? I don't know where he went. I need to take vitamins. Looks like he went with his usual. My usual. I wonder if I can do space here. Can you grab my Vites?
Yep.
Thank yous. Also, can I give you this? Double thank yous. No. Okay. Nothing crazy, just literally vitamins. A little bit of black cohosh, some Lostreva to try to get my hair to grow back. Okay. Oh, we get to make a horsey. All right. Right off the bat, I can tell you I am extremely impressed. The front shoulder angle's a little sharp and defined. Like, they're not quite that crazy. It almost looks more like it's modeled after the little plastic ones that I used to collect as a kid. It looks more like those than it does a real horse. A bay, dark bay, champagne. Oh, we only get those three choices. Huh. Okay, well, when I was growing up, my favorite horse was Honey, and she was a bay. She was a Spanish Barb Mustang with zebra stripes on her legs and a dorsal stripe on her back. Probably not going to get that, but oh, they do have markings though. Tobiano? That's not real markings. Oh, okay, so we can turn our horse into a paint. Okay. Oh yeah, that's definitely a paint. It's actually really pretty. That just looks like someone painted their horse. That's ridiculous. If you had a camouflaged horse, roan. Why are we calling this a roan? What? Because it's got a little bit of gray in its flank? That does not make a roan, you guys. Okay. Alright, yeah. The horse just looks like it's been outside in the frost. Some of these patterns are really interesting. Not super realistic. Oh, we can have a star. Yeah, okay. We can have a diamond, which is still called a star if you're into horses. Star sniff. That's called a quarter blaze. Then we're getting closer to a full blaze. There's a blaze. That's not real. Never happens. That does, though, but that's usually on a paint. You don't generally see bald face on a solid horse. I've never seen that. No, that's just a little crazy. Honey did not have a star, so we're just gonna leave it. She did not have any socks. For the record, white socks means white hooves. White hooves generally are softer than black hooves. Less sturdy and more likely to throw a shoe. In case you ever wondered. Now you know. True for dogs, too. I mean, they don't wear shoes, but I've noticed when trimming my dog's claws that their black claws are much thicker and harder to trim than their white claws. Honey didn't have socks, and since they aren't giving me stripes as an option, I'm just gonna leave her like that. And since we patterned her after Honey, I just say we name her Honey. Honey Bunny. Okay, we're ready to start playing. Ooh, looks like husband went with a dark bay. 4 white mini socks
Any ankle socks with a kind of a diamond.
with a star on the forehead. The mini socks are really just the fetlocks.
Yeah. And did one of the wrong patterns.
Oh, you do have her own pattern. The really subtle one. Yeah, you actually kind of remind me of Fanny when it was wintertime. She would get that color. In the summer, she'd turn almost white, but in the winter, Fancy, for the record, is the horse that my horse spirit gave birth to milk for it. So I had to bottle feed Fancy. And to do that, I would sit on a tree stump that was in our pasture and then high center her over my legs so she couldn't step on him. Because baby horses, when they feed, they do this with their hooves a lot and they'll step all over you. So I would high center her across the lap to feed her. And 2 years later, she laid down on my lap while I was sitting on that same stump. But she weighed 1,000 pounds and messed up my kneecap, and I am living with that to this day. She was a horse. We used to play tag. Like I would be standing at the fence doing something, and she would come up and boot me in the shoulder really hard with her nose, and then turn around and run. And so I'd turn around and I'd chase her, and of course, there's no way I was going to catch her. She's a horse, but she would let me catch up to her, and I would like smack her on the butt, like not hard, but just as hard as you would if you were telling a horse, "Have a nice day," you know. And as soon as I'd smack her on the butt, I'd turn around and I'd run. And so she'd chase me, but she wouldn't catch up to me right away. Yeah, we used to do that on purpose. It was fun. She was a cute horse. I also used to keep carrots in my back pocket, and she'd come up and bite me on the ass if I had carrots in my pocket. Aw, oh, man, these people are living my dream. Look at this lake with a dock and Adirondack chairs. I love Adirondack chairs.
Alex!
They live inside my
Hey!
painting, honey.
How are you holding up? Are you okay?
I'll live. Me and Mom didn't exactly end things on a good note, but I gotta figure out what's going on. For some sort of closure, if nothing else. But it's good to see
What's
you.
her shirt
I
say?
missed you.
I'm here for you. You know that, right? Whatever you need, we'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. I know your mom. She wouldn't just up and
George
leave.
Martin,
Something
I think.
happened. We just need to figure out what. Right. But I'll be honest with you. Weird things are happening on the island. First your mom's disappearance, and then Jenny's found dead in the woods. They must be connected somehow.
Alright, easy now, Sherlock. Don't get me involved in any other shit. I know you. I know you're already thinking of ways of turning this into one of your books, but this is my life, Sarah.
You're right. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot.
It's fine. I know you live for this stuff, but just do me a favor. At least pretend like you're not excited about this. It's fucking weird. Someone died.
I know. I have a problem. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna argue with that. So, Heather give you a hard time when you asked for a horse?
What do you think? It's Heather we're talking about. Is anything ever easy with her? But you'll see for yourself. She's right over there in the paddock. I'll meet you at the barn, okay?
Hey, sounds good.
I have a very unattractive ass. My husband is going to be disappointed because one of his favorite things in games is to check out my ass. I think the first thing I'm going to do is fix my mouse sensitivity because it's way too high. This seems to be a really common problem in newer games for some reason. The default mouse sensitivity is just insane. Am I just old? Is that why? That's probably why. What are these? Okay, options. Graphic settings. Screen. 60 FPS because there's no reason to have anything higher than that. I like my gamma kind of high because I have night blindness, so dark screens are harder for me to see. I'm not having any lag, so I'll leave it at 70. Medium works for me. However, I don't see... Oh, that's funny. What are these? Restart required if changed. That's fine. Audio. We'll go ahead and turn that down a little because the ambient volume is probably going to be loud compared to my voice. Gameplay. We'll leave subtitles on. Camera sensitivity, that's what I want.
Do you actually found sensitivity somewhere?
Yeah, it's the 2, 3, 4. Fifth tab kind of looks like a controller pad. Yep, that's the one. Trying to get to 50, but it doesn't really like that. So 51, oh, I said 51.9. 65.2. Really? Micro movements, please. 51.9. That will have to do. Automatic jumping. Huh. We might revisit that one later. Alright. That's better. Okay. Nice round corral. God, what I wouldn't have given to have a round corral like this. Although, with Mustangs, these wood fences would not have lasted. We had to have galvanized steel. But still, that's nice. Aw, man, look at the barn! Look at the barn. Oh, nice. You spoiled cow. Look at this barn. Look at those stalls. Oh, I would give anything to have something like this. Look, they even get ceiling fans. What? My horses would love to have had ceiling fans. Hi, Philip. Who told? I don't know who this Heather person is, but she doesn't like me much.
I accidentally walked in the wrong corral and now it's making me ride a horse.
I walked into the round corral and it's not making me ride a horse. I'm jealous. Alright, take care, Philip. Back to the round corral because apparently it's supposed to make me ride a horse. Did you go to the paddock first? Is that why?
No, I went in there. There was a lady trainer trying to calm a horse that was kind of jumping around, and then as soon as I walked in, it started the quest.
Bizarro. Chat, am I bugged? What be happening, y'all? So I spoke with Alex. Somebody left the gate open. I'm supposed to have a horse in the paddock. This is a paddock. It may not be the paddock, but it's a paddock, and I don't see a horse. What is this? Dandelions. Sure, although if it has me feed them to the horse, I'm going to object because dandelions are toxic. We used to go through our pasture and deliberately pick them and throw them out. Alright. Still don't see the woman with the horse. I haven't seen a single horse, actually.
Weird.
I entered Sandpiper Point. Yeah, my game...
Should be that paddock that you're that.
Round corral?
Yeah.
My game is horse-free. Which is not fair. Because if anyone should get horses, it should be me!
Right.
Can I swim?
I'm just.
Cannot swim. Cannot even get in the water, unfortunately, because in real life, just try keeping me out of this. Like, seriously? Are you kidding me? I used to jump in a pond that the horses used as a watering pond. Every day. This? Whoa. No, I would have lived in it. Alright, well, let's try restarting the game and see if that will fix my problems. Options. Back to main menu. Cute little socks. It's a good looking horse. I'll give you that. You made a purty horse. You got a purty horsey.
Okay, so once they start going into a canter or yeah, it kind of floats whenever you're turning, like you kind of float sideways.
That's fairly natural for that gate.
Is
I
it?
mean, I can't see the ground from here to see if they're like actually sliding on the ground. But drifting is sort of what it feels like when you're on a horse doing that gait because their back legs move sort of at an angle to their front legs if you're turning them. So it kind of. I've never drifted in a car, but I would imagine it feels. Well, no, I have, but not on purpose. I would imagine it feels the same. Okay, so that in the picture I'm looking at right now does not look anything like what I was just looking at in the game. That's like a whole ass town. Okay. Someone just ran into that round corral. Cutscene.
Oh, that's your cutscene. Looks like.
Yeah, am I just arriving again? I am. Let's skip it. Oh, hey, we didn't get this before. Use the mouse to look around WASD to move. And there's someone on a horse. This is my husband's. Hi, husbands.
Howdy.
That is a short horse. Wow. Like, y'all see this? I am. Oh, that's crazy. On this side of the horse, it's a normal sized horse. The ground doesn't appear to slope that. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. And on this side of the horse, like, first of all, I can walk through your horse.
Yeah, I see that.
It's funny. All right, let's get my horse. Hi, honey bunny. There she is, folks. Honey butter butt.
God damn it. Ugh. You don't need to
Don't.
be so rough.
What the hell?
What are you, like the horse whisperer now all of a sudden? Don't tell me how to do my job. Always a pleasure to see you, Heather. Oh, screw you. Now stay back and let me handle this. Look, I said it. Hey there, buddy. Hey, we're right here. It's okay.
Seriously, she shouldn't have had that job in the first place.
Good job. I'll keep them.
You did a really good job on your character.
Thanks. Oh, I thought you were looking at Heather. I'm like, that's not me though.
Yeah.
Let's.
You can change your horse gait by tapping W and S. Stop, walk, trot, canter. Really? Where's gallop? People! Canter and trot are practically the same gait. Gallop and run are a totally different thing. No need to hold the key. Your horse will maintain its speed. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm about to be put through my paces. Do we have to go clockwise? All right, let's go. Ride through the gates. Am I supposed to stay walking? Does the game care what gate I use? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, turning is a bit of a challenge, actually.
And see you walking through that.
Return to Heather. Yeah, it does. Okay, for the record, my horse is not a him. Heather. See that? That is not the undercarriage of a boy horse. It does kind of look like there's something under there. But if this were a boy,
You would know.
you would know. There might be. There's like a shadow of a peepee under there. You are the smallest peepeed horse ever. Poor horsey. Oh, pet the horsey. Her mane is actually really thin though. Look at how you can like see her coat through it. Honey's mane was so thick. And it's more of a gray than a black. Ew, why are we using an English saddle? Gross. Blech. Somebody give me a Western saddle. Stat!
Can't go up the stairs.
Why am I posting? I don't post at a trot. Oh, right, because I'm riding in an English saddle. My stirrups are too long for an English saddle, though. That doesn't make sense. Dear Debs. Up what stairs?
Oh, the ones in the,
Wait, did you just try to ride a horse up a staircase?
No.
Okay, I'm like, duh.
No, I got off the horse inside the stable and tried to see if I could interact with anything.
Where are we headed? Are we going the right direction?
Yep.
Yay, now we can gallop. Person just hanging out in the trees over there. So the reminder that this is actually an MMORPG is a random person just standing in a tree.
Yeah, I've seen a few people riding around on horses so far.
That was not a fart, it was Freya flapping her ears. If you think she's a water buffalo, you're partially correct. She's a Great Dane. Nah, more ear
I
flapping.
feel like the movement of the horses.
Hell, did your horse just buck?
I had like a glitch kind of rubber band issue.
It so looked like your horse like kicked. That was cool. Riding mechanics are a little off. The back legs, the way that they move is slightly inaccurate from the back.
Okay, we get like a pink line to follow.
But the gate feels closer than most games. The best horse mechanics I've ever found in a game to date is Secret World.
Was it Secret World or Witcher?
No, it was definitely Secret World.
Oh.
Witcher did okay, but Secret World freaking nailed it. Like, I've never felt so much like I was on a real horse. Their muscle tone, their movement methods, their leg mechanics, all of it was just so on point.
A random person you just passed.
I hope you know where we're going, because I can't see any kind of pink line.
Hit Q.
Hit Q. Oh, look at the pretty pink line.
Plus, we're following these red markers that are all over the trees.
Although it looks more like purple to me than pink.
Monty Lewinsky just came online.
Monty Lewinsky?
Yeah. You see when people log in. That's kind of cool.
Hello. I ran into a pole. Turning could use a little work. Then again, I've never been good at driving games, and this is sort of a horse version of a driving game. So.
Yeah, I will say this is a really long distance to travel at the start of the game. And I could see people being under the impression that this is going to be a lot of the game is just riding around on the horse and quitting because they're expecting typical MMORPG stuff.
Yeah, I kind of approached this game from the opposite. I thought the game was going to be a lot of riding around on horses, and then from the cutscene, was reminded that this is an MMORPG, not a kid's simulator, you know, not a Sims game. So I'm kind of curious to see what the RPG elements are.
I will say that I've already seen more people in this game in the 10 minutes that we've been
The whole
playing the
time you
demo.
were in Soul Frame.
Entire time
I agree.
that I've played Dune since going back.
Oh, Dune?
Yeah.
See, we've seen more people in the game in 10 minutes than the entire time I spent, which was several days playing Soulframe.
Speaking of people.
Well, hello. I guess we have arrived at Brit Bank.
Okay, so we got somebody named Eden Castle. Winery Bubble Society is their guild name.
Spiker Treyas from the Cavalry and Grandma PJ Everwin from the Cavalry.
Okay, so we got guilds. That's or I guess in this game those wouldn't be guilds, those would be.
That's a pretty little paint that just ran away from us.
Okay, the way they just mounted it, that was weird. What would it be? What would it be called in Horse World? Guilds. It is not a guild. What's a ranch? What it would be a ranch name?
It might be a ranch name or a barn name. It kind of depends on what kind of horses.
Gotcha.
Like if you're talking rodeo horses, you'd probably have a ranch name. If you're talking race horses, I believe those are farm names or stable names.
Stable name. I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so dismount El Horso.
And Davis just walked into us.
Can we hold it down to dismount, or do we just tap to dismount? Oh, Damien Darkrose. Become friends, definitely.
I'm in a cutscene, so.
How do I get off my horsey?
Hold down E.
Hold it down. There we go. Okay, game. Game.
So, Heather's still as bitchy as ever, huh?
You never get off a horse on the right side. You never get on a horse on the right side.
I've had to spend more time with her than should be legal.
Hold on, I'll explain in a minute.
I swear she's getting worse and worse. I don't know what the heck is going on with her.
Yeah, the smell of this barn brings me back. You remember when we used to have sleepovers down here?
How could I forget? I can count on one hand how many times Kendra let me go upstairs.
It's more than most people. Damn. I don't think I truly understood how weird my mom was. Being away from everything just gave me a whole new perspective.
Hey, it wasn't all bad, was it? Sure, Kendra was strict and her people skills weren't exactly great, but she loved you. You know she did.
Yeah, in her own special way. It was suffocating. Honestly, Sarah, you don't even know half the shit she put me through.
Do you want to talk about it? You know you can tell me anything, right?
Yeah, maybe someday. Right now, I just want to figure out what happened to her.
Of course. It's your mom. You only get one. How about I let you get settled in? I'll come back tomorrow morning and we can head into town?
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey.
See you soon.
So, this game, you know how people were complaining in Dune because Dune had taxes and you had to pay taxes and come back to the game in order to pay them or you lose your base?
Yeah.
So halfway down it talks about these 4 needs need to decrease slowly over real time, even when you're offline. So your horses can starve to death even if you're not playing the game.
Oh no.
Although it does say at the bottom, there's no in-game penalty for ignoring your horse's needs.
So they don't starve to death, or that would be considered an in-game penalty.
Yeah.
Hunger, thirst, body, and hoof cleanliness. Okay, so I'm glad they're factoring in hoof cleanliness, but they had me dismount the horse on the right side. You never do that. You always mount and dismount on the left side. It's because horses get used to a specific side. And when you try to go to the other side, some horses are cool with it, most aren't. So, in general, part of being a good horse person is knowing that you just always mount and dismount a horse on the left side. And that way you never have to worry about whether or not the horse is okay with it. Now, there are exceptions like ropers. A lot of times ropers will dismount on the right side, especially if they throw right-handed, because they tie with their left and then just dismount and run down the rope with their left so they can throw the cow with their right hand. That makes perfect sense for them. But those horses are specifically trained and they spend a lot of time with that one horse doing it over and over and over again, and the horse gets used to it. In general, though, the game should not have had me dismount the horse on the right side. That shows a lack of horse knowledge. Sadly. Okay.
Me and my wife are not friends,
Yay, we're friends!
and I've invited you to.
Yay, I've been invited to a group. Quest started. Home sweet home. I don't see my husband anywhere. Blaze. What a basic bitch name for a horse. Please don't ever name your horse Blaze. Check the stable plaque. Oh, we can have multiple horses, it looks like. Because we have 5 stalls.
And there's pastures.
And pastures. Although you probably can't have more than 5 horses because each horse would need its own stall, and then you could take them out to pasture and bring them back in at night. But you wouldn't want to have more horses than you have stalls.
Hey,
Unless
attacked by the back right hoof.
Hobble the tack.
Or back left hoof. Whenever you're in the. Sorry, when you interact with the plaque.
Oh.
Where you can see the stalls. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Now, honey, why did you end up over here when you were over here? See, that stall says Blaze. You shouldn't be in that stall. It's not for you. Go back to your stall. You cheeky little devil. Oh yeah, toggle tack. Cool, I wonder if that means that at some point they're going to let me... See, in this picture, she looks just like Honey. I mean, she doesn't have the dorsal stripe or the striped legs, but the mane and the eyes and the skin color, she looks... Or the base fur coat, she looks exactly like Honey.
Okay, so you complained that they had an English saddle. I will give the devs props. At least they properly named it as an English saddle.
Does that mean at some point we could maybe get a
You
Western
can see
saddle?
the gear, which is that little box in the middle. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a basic bridle with a bit. I prefer a hackamore. We have a blanket, and we have the English saddle. I hope that means that at some point they're going to let us have a Western saddle. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
My horse does not have shoes, which Honey didn't have shoes because she was a Mustang.
Opening the stylus just lets you re-customize the horse. Which I'm not going to do.
Signed cosmetic, unassigned cosmetic. Yeah, okay, I don't get that. Close. Those. So we need to cure for Honey. Equipment, stylist, feed. Dandelions, no! Evil! No, don't do that. Hey.
Yeah, mine gave Timothy.
Yeah. But I hate that they allow you to feed dandelions. That is not okay. Brush!
Didn't even have dandelions as an option.
Well, that's because I picked them.
Oh.
Okay, I have brushed Honey. I'm already level 4. That's fast. She needs water. That graphic needs work. Horses don't open their mouths to drink. They don't use their tongues. They don't lap. They put their lips into the water and then suck. Like a straw. But without the straw. And clean the hoovesies. Wouldn't it be nice if horses were actually that polite when you clean their hooves? Alright. I believe explore the ground floor. I have cared for my honey. My honey bunny bunny. So let's explore.
Apparently, my character gets cold sweats and tastes vile every time they look at a rope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Exploring a survival kit. How many other 10-year-olds were forced to spend the night all alone in the woods for survival training? That's not as uncommon as you would think, honestly.
Apparently, his mom made him, or my mom made me take ice baths after training as well.
Yeah, something tells me all of what you're learning, I'm going to learn too.
Probably.
A jump rope. You said rope. It's not just a rope, it's a jump rope.
Jumping rope, yeah.
Jump rope. As in the rope humans use to jump rope, not a horse rope. Ice baths after training is really common for athletes. Wait, I wasn't trying to leave the barn. How did I end up out here? How am I supposed to explore the ground floor if you just kicked me out of the barn? You could have asked for permission. Okay, so I found... What am I missing? I found the bath. I found the first aid kit. I found the jump rope.
Go back to the first stall where it says Blaze.
Oh. All that's there is honey. Examine the empty stall. Oh, now honey's not there. And now honey's back. You're so silly, honey.
Dear Devs, if you're gonna give me the option to sit on the toilet, don't make me keep my pants on.
Right? Little blur action like they did in Sims. Nobody... Okay, people did complain, but fuck those people. They're just perverts. I can never tell if I'm supposed to hold E or tap it because the icon's the same. That could use a modification, devs.
Yeah. You just tap it, just have the E. If you have to hold it down, have like
Put the
little
circle around it. Yeah. Ah. Alright, so demon wards in the windows. That's nice. Can't walk around the back of the chair. But that's kind of cool that there are like living spaces above the stalls. I would have been fine with that growing up. How do I get off the toilet? Help! How do I get off the toilet?
Hit E again, I think?
I did. Nothing happened. I hit it spacebar.
Oh.
I was stuck on the toilet. Wow, look at all the little trinkets. Good job on attention to detail. A lot of skulls, though. Seems a bit obsessive. And another chessboard. Saw a planer. Wow, that's an old school planer. Cool. Like the apples crate. Man, I feel like her mom and I would have gotten along pretty well. Well, except for how she treated books. What is this monstrosity? We don't put books all over the floor, people. Big fat no-no. So that must have been my room and this was mom's. When it says check Kendra's workspace. Oh, I see. Never mind. What is this? Wow.
Oh my god.
Mom was a bit of a detective.
What the fuck?
Hmm. But it's the Kendra's portrait. Did you guys see a portrait anywhere? Okay, why am I able to just walk up on the coffee table? That should not be a thing. Oh shit, that's even worse. That's not the coffee table. That's the table behind the couch.
Stop it, Alex. Enough of these theatrics. You're not going anywhere, and you need to listen to what I'm saying.
No, I don't. Not anymore. I've had it. I'm not spending another night here.
I raised you better than this. You can't turn your back on your duties. What is happening is bigger than you and me.
Duties. Hearing that word makes me want to vomit. I don't even know why I put up with your crazy bullshit all my life. I never asked for any of this. All I ever wanted was a regular fucking life.
Tough luck, child. That was never in store for either of us.
Non-stop training, mental exercises, lonely nights in the woods. The cuts and the bruises, man. I'm not even 20 years old and my body's littered with scars. And for what? For what?
It was all for a purpose. If you would just stop this tantrum and sit down, I'll tell you.
I don't think you get it, do you? Nothing you say at this point is gonna change my mind. I'm done with you, and I'm done with this fucking island.
Will you stop this nonsense? You have no money, and you don't know anyone. What will you do? Where will you go?
I'll figure something out. Don't you worry about that. Anything is better than being here.
I know you can feel things are happening. Your dreams. Okay, they mean something. You cannot just ignore it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. And I need you. I can't do this alone.
And I told you I'm done.
What about your friends? Don't you care what will happen to them?
Nothing is going to happen to them. Nobody is in danger. It's all in your head.
We have a responsibility that is more important than anything. I have failed to make you understand this, and that is my fault. But things are happening now, Alex. Things that will have consequences you cannot even imagine. The time has come for you to learn the truth. All of it.
I don't know if I didn't believe it before. You know, maybe I was in denial or something. But you're sick, Mom. Something is seriously wrong with you. Now please move. I'm leaving and you can't stop me.
Sorry, child. But I can't let you go.
Oh. I'm level 2. I'm level 2. I'm level 2. 2, 2. Oh, apparently that took all night. I never went to bed. I don't need sleep.
This is silly, Heather. Alex can borrow a saddle from the rehab center. You know my dad would be okay with that.
I haven't heard him say that. You can try and make me out to be a bitch all you want, but I'm just doing my job.
Fine, take it. I'm so sorry, Alex. I couldn't stop her from taking
Hey, don't worry about it.
neither should you. We'll go and get you a brand new saddle from Martha's. It'll be nicer than anything from the rehab center anyways.
Yeah, about that. To say I'm strapped for cash would be a bit of an understatement. I can't afford to buy any new gear.
Time in the big city must have made you forget that we Islanders take care of each other. Do you remember Wendy? She took over the tack shop after Martha retired.
Right, her daughter. Yeah, I remember she used to help out around the shop every now and then.
She's great. I'm sure she'll hook you up, even if you can't afford it.
Alright, great. Let's take a stroll downtown.
I'll say is that was a lot of cutscenes back to back.
How did you
A
sleep
lot
last
of
night?
story, very little gameplay at
Feels
this
weird
point.
being back in
Yeah, but
Florida.
I'm okay with that because it's
Look
kind of
around and
setting it
things
up.
are
Oh,
falling
look, another
apart.
cutscene.
What do you mean?
You know, being there alone without Mom.
Oh, of course. You're not alone in this. I'm here for you, whatever you need, okay?
I know. Honestly, I'd be so lost without you.
You don't ever have to worry about that. You're stuck with me. So what are your plans after visiting the tack shop?
Not exactly sure. I should start talking to people on the island. I mean, someone must have heard or seen something.
It's probably a smart idea. All right, this is where I leave you.
You working today?
You know it. Those books aren't gonna sell themselves.
How about, instead of selling books other people have written, you finish one of your own and sell that instead? You know it's about time the world got to meet Sarah Wiseman.
Is it just me,
VR.
or does our friends,
Sure,
like
but
Sarah,
first
have
I
really
need to
fucked
find
up
the
teeth?
perfect story to tell.
She does,
Or
yes.
you
Not
could
that
say
I
you
have any
do
room to
instead of
talk, but you know.
Haha. Now head inside and get your stuff. Go tell Wendy I said hi.
Press M to open the map. You also have a mini map. Location is shown and cluster shown. So one criticism I do have is that they use the name Alex in the cutscenes and stuff. Almost like this was meant to be an ARPG, and then somehow got converted into an MMORPG. Because if you're going to let me name my own character, why would you then have everybody else calling me by the name you chose, right? Like, I call my character Jazz, but everyone else is calling me Alex, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. Now, in other games where true MMORPG style, they've had to give some sort of name. It's been like a nickname or a moniker, like the Savior or the Enlightened One, or obviously that wouldn't work in this case. So maybe something simple like Shortstop, something that, would work for anybody, that just like childhood nickname. I don't know. But giving me an actual name, Alex, but then letting me name myself a first and last name, even no less, doesn't make sense. Why is everybody calling me Alex if my name is Jazz?
Right. And why is your mom referring to you as child? Like, even though you're grown, it's almost like child is a placeholder.
Yeah, that could be a nickname. Like, some parents do call their kids child. Oh. Kratos has big giant eye boogies. Okay, so I think because of all the cutscenes that this would probably be a good place to call it for the night. Dogs want to go outside. Husband needs to finish proofreading book 4 so I can start preparing it for ARCs. And the horses are lined up nice and tidy at this hitching post, even though none of them are actually hitched to it, which is somewhat funny. You know, I would love to live in a town that had a hitching post.
I think we messed up. We hid the tack while we were at the thing, and I think it actually takes them off.
No, it's taken off because Sarah came and stole the saddle.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You're goofy. Alright, so I'm gonna log. That's why none of these horses have tack on them, because everybody's Sarah stole everyone's saddles, and we're all here to get a new one. But apparently Sarah didn't steal the blanket, just the saddle. Okay, so y'all, here is where we leave you. The town though is really pretty. Look at that. Like, is it the tier 1 best graphics in the whole world? No, but am I on full graphics mode? No. But look at this, we even have statues. I'm kind of getting New World and Once Human vibes, minus the zombies from the town. It's actually very well done.
Yeah, I could see Once Human. Yeah.
New World was more this row of buildings with the flat roofs all lined up next to each other, the way that first town in New World does. But you know,
Morningstar Equestrian.
not New World. I'm sorry, that's not right. Secret World. Secret World vibes. This reminds me of the first town in Secret World. But it also kind of reminds me of the way that I describe Kolob in the books. With the flat roofs and the shared walls and the narrow alley. That's kind of cool. Okay. Logging off. So far, I am intrigued, pleasantly surprised, and looking forward to playing it some more. Have a good night, guys. Shall we raid out? We should raid out. Let's see if we can raid out to someone. I don't know who we're going to raid out to. But stay tuned, because whoever it is, it's going to be fun. Let's go with that one, because I don't have a raid out scene. Wow, I am the only one streaming right now. Ugh. I doubt it, but is anyone playing this? What is this called again?
We're not homecoming. And you are the only one streaming.
Fun. Is there anybody on your following list that you that's on right now besides, like, I don't want to stream someone mega like Fayashi right now.
No. Well, I have one person that's playing Fallout.
How many viewers?
One.
Yeah, okay. We'll go there. Ready?
KALDAIN 5. No faces.